The false prophet and the prophecy of the 112 popes. Now, I did a whole keynote presentation about this, but I kind of wanted to update it for 2024, 2025. We're going to take a look at this because this is still the current pope in existence, Pope Francis. And according to this prophecy of the 112 popes from St. Malachi, he is going to be the false prophet. Is it true? Is it not? Again, I want to update this. Let's take a look at this here. Let me mute that. And we'll just ask the question, who is the false prophet? Where does this come from? Where is it in the scriptures? So let me get rid of this here. Get that out of the way. This is gotquestions.org. This comes out of Revelation chapter 13. And we have this idea that in the last days there will be a one world economy, a one world economic system. Comes out of Daniel chapter 9 and the mark of the beast. And in Revelation 13, it speaks of the Antichrist, Satan, who empowers them, and the second beast here. The false prophet of the end times is described in Revelation 13. He also is referred to as the second beast. Together with the Antichrist and Satan, who empowers both of them, the false prophet is the third party in the unholy Trinity. Now, when the one world religion comes together and the one world government, they're going to, the Antichrist is going to need a spiritual advisor, if you will. And that spiritual advisor is going to be, and it right now it adds up to be, the Pope, because the Pope is very inclusive of the three monotheistic religions. He's very inclusive about everybody, and that you can find your own way to God. And so, honestly, and this is absolutely true, he makes a great version, if you will, of a false prophet, a prophet who would support an antichrist and try and bring together the world under one world religion and say that we're all the same and that there's many ways to Christ. Well, let's take a look at St. Malachi's prophecy. This is irishcentral.com, and this is an article from 2022, but I kind of sums it up, and it's a little bit more updated. Not updated, it probably just describes it better than my original keynote presentation. And I think it's interesting because, again, this is the current Pope. He is alive. And so far as I know, he shows no sign of, switching over to the new Pope, giving up his position. Remember, the last Pope resigned his position as Pope, which was unprecedented, by the way. Didn't usually popes die, and that's when the new Pope is brought into power. So this is extra biblical, but it's a fascinating look, and St. Malachi describes what the 112th Pope will be and what his name will be and what sort of system or a situation he will be ruling over in terms of the faithful. So this, irishcentral.com, an Irish saint's eerie prophecy that Pope Francis will be the last pontiff. Malachi, the 12th century bishop of Armagh, prophesied that there would be only one more pope after Benedict. Now, Benedict, again, is the pope that resigned, right? It says the prophecies of the Irish Saint Malachi, the 12th century bishop, have thrilled and dismayed readers for centuries. In a series of 112 cryptic Latin phrases, the Irish saint predicts the Roman Catholic popes. He predicted there would be only one more pope after Benedict, and during his reign comes the end of the world. So Francis could be the last. Let's stop there. Let me pull up again my keynote presentation, and this has, I think it's from Wikipedia that this has. So this is from Wikipedia, and it counts through the different popes. So 111th, I wonder if I can, 111th, glory to the olives. So this was Benedict, and he was after Pope Jean Paul, of course, and so his name was Glory of the Olive. And it says proponents of prophecies generally try to draw a connection between Benedict and the Olivetan order to explain his this motto. Benedict's choice of papal name after Saint Benedict of Nursia, founder of the Benedictine order, of which the Olivetans are one branch. The other explanations make reference to him as being pope dedicated to peace and reconciliation, of which the olive branch is the symbol. And then where are we now? Well, this is the new current pope, the 112th pope. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Yes. And his name is Peter the Roman, who will pasture his sheep in many tribulations, which again is a very prophetically relevant term. And when these things are finished, the city of the seven hills, Rome, will be destroyed, and the dreadful judge will judge his people. Is that God judging the Jewish people? Or his people, around the world? And so this is where this kicks off. Again, you can go to Wikipedia and see a whole listing of, from the first to the 112th Pope, and you can see all their names and all the relationships there. Okay, so let's go here and, let's go here. It says, so in a series of 112 cryptic Latin phrases, the Irish saint predicts the Roman Catholic popes. So Francis will be the last. St. Malachi's final prediction is, in full, is, in the final persecution of the Holy Roman Church, there will reign Peter the Roman. This is the final persecution of the Church, of the Christians, who will feed his flock among many tribulations, after which the seven-hilled city will be destroyed and the dreadful judge will judge the people. The end. So Pope Francis, who was born Giorgio Mario Bergoglio, chose his papal name in honor of St. Francis of Assisi. One theory that seeks to confirm the Irish saint's final prophecy is that St. Francis' father's name was Pietro, or Peter. In 1139, then Archbishop Malachy went to Rome from Ireland to give an account of his affairs. While there, he received a strange vision about the future that included the name of every pope, 112 in all from his time, who would rule until the end of time. We are now at that last prophecy. This is kind of the fulfillment of the St. Malachi prophecy. Will it be true? Will it not? I don't know. It's certainly extra biblical, but it goes on here. St. Malachi gave an account of his visions to Pope Innocent II, but the document remained unknown in the Roman archives until its discovery in 1590. His predictions are taken very seriously, as one report states. In 1958, before the conclave that would elect Pope John Paul, Cardinal Spellman of New York hired a boat, filled it with sheep, and sailed it up and down the Tiber River to show that he was the pastor et noter, the motto attributed to the next pope in prophecy. So they're kind of fulfilling it in a sort of a way. As for the prophecy concerning the 111th pope, Pope Benedict, the prophecy says of him, Gloria Olivae, and we read that, which means glory of the olive. The order of the Saint Benedict is also known as the Olivetans, which many claims make Malachi's prophecy correct. The next and final pope should be Peter Romanus. So does the current pope reflect Peter Romanus? Many of the prophecies are spot on. For example, the one about Pope Urban, the eighth, is Lilium et Rosa, the lily and the rose. He was a native of Florence, and the arms of Florence feature a fleur-de-lis. Pope John Paul II is De Labor Solis, meaning the eclipse of the sun. Wojtyla, I guess this is that's his last name, Karol Wojtyla, was born May 18th, 1920, during a solar eclipse, so he fulfills that prophecy. Again, this prophecy was written by Saint Malachi many years, well prior to any of these popes. Peregrinus Apostolicus, pilgrim pope, which designates Pius the Sixth, appears to be verified by his many journeys to new lands. So will Pope Francis be the last pope? The Irish seer of the 12th century has said it will be so. Time will tell. And of course, they published this in 2013 and last updated March 2022. So it's a fascinating thing. Are we currently looking at the man who will rule during the last days, maybe alongside the Antichrist? I don't know. I'm not saying. I'm just, this is what this seems to be suggesting. Is this the guy who will actually be the false prophet as spoken of in Revelation chapter 13, the second beast? a fascinating thing. Go read Revelation 13. If you put all these pieces together, know that we are heading toward a one world order, a one world government, a one world economic system, a Messiah that will be recognized by the Jewish people as Messiah, a false Messiah, and with him maybe a prophet that will be singing his praises, trying to bring the world together. What better person, I think, what person is in a particular place of high power, like the Pope, the Catholic Pope, to stand up there and bring all religions of the world together in the name of peace and safety. And certainly Pope Francis is one who is saying those sorts of things, saying and agreeing, and kissing the Quran and agreeing that we are basically all worship the same God. We just don't call him the same name exactly. But again, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? That's what they say. But he will be maybe lured into working with the Antichrist. So I don't want to go on too far, but I think it's interesting stuff. It's an interesting prophecy. Seems to be in fulfillment and being fulfilled right now. And that's just one more indicator that the time is very short. We are in the last days. How many more years does Pope Francis have to live? I'll leave there, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.